What's going on, guys? In today's video tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to install the larger files. Okay, first things first, you can go into my pack and we're going to grab the files out what we need. So put the flash drive back into the PC. Okay, you want to open up the folder called ps5 apps. Just copy and paste and override the apps. Okay guys, take the flash drive out of the PC and I'll meet you back on the PS5. Okay, so let's go ahead and install the applications we need. I've also included some extra packages for you too. Okay, so let's open up the settings here. Go to debug settings. I'll tell you one thing, I see that debug settings on the PS5 finally. So go press game, press OK. Then press package installer, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to install the packages. Just don't install the internet browser one because we already did that one already. If it asks you there's already a previously packaged install file, do you want to override it? Press no, because that's our browser which we already set up and everything. So we got our stuff set up that we need. So let's see what it looks like. This looks really nice. This is very, very cool. We've got the homebrew store and we have our exploit host. We need Itemzflow. This is to play the large files. That's the host. And we have another internet browser here. And this is the first one that we installed. So I figure I'll install a backup one just in case it doesn't work or whatever, because it's a major pain in the butt, as you saw, to do this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to enable the DNS again. We're going to give that another try again before we get started with the other stuff. So what you need to do is you need to go into network. We have to connect to the internet first. Okay, so press setup internet connection and we're going to press the options on here. We're going to go to advanced settings. And we're going to give it another try again and see if it works. So for the DNS, press manual. Now we want to hit the secondary DNS, so we want to type that number and we'll see if it allows us to connect to the network. If it doesn't allow us to connect to the network, then we're going to have to delete the DNS. So go ahead and you want to type this number into the secondary DNS one because you already have the 145 dot in the primary. Okay, make sure it looks like this, and if it doesn't work and you can't get connected, then just go ahead and make sure your DNS settings are set from manual to automatic, and that will disable it. You just need to be careful about the system updates. That's going to do its thing. I'm going to go ahead and restart the system and see if I can apply that. If not, we're going to disable it. Okay, so we'll give it a try, and as you can see, it's not working. So the DNS settings, we're going to have to forget about that. It all depends on your internet provider. I never had these problems with the PS4. Maybe something changed with Comcast. Who the heck knows? So I'll show you how to disable this, and we're just going to forget about it. It's going to go into network settings, set up connection. I'm going to go to options on here, go to advanced settings. Where DNS is manual, set this to automatic, then press OK down there. This will reset itself. Now what we're going to do is we're going to log out of our profile and log back into the profile. Okay, now it should let us go in without any problems. Yeah, I'll meet you back and we'll get started with the file installation. Okay guys, let's go on the computer and we're going to put our game on. Okay, so here's our folder of our stuff, or our files. Okay, we need to go wherever your files are located, so I'm going to open up this folder and I'm going to try this one. I looked at the compatibility list and it says it does work. So what you need to do is after you get the file, you have to extract the archive, and then you'll get a folder like this and it will have all these loose files in it. So what we need to do is we need to take this folder and put it on the root of the hard drive or flash drive or whatever you're using here. So I'm just going to cut this. No sense of copying and pasting and waiting forever. Okay, so I'm going to paste this on here. Okay, now that's done. I'll meet you on the PS5. Okay, now that we're on the PS5. Okay guys, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and jailbreak the system to make sure you're in the debug setting. If you haven't, then just go back into the Internet Explorer here, and then just go to the site and you're all set, ready to go. I don't want to touch anything. Everything's all set and up and running, so just go ahead, jailbreak it, and then I'll meet you back on the home screen. If you got your video information from somewhere else or you're doing it by yourself, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and install Itemzflow. But you can go in the description, grab my repack, and all the files are on there. So go ahead and install Itemzflow if you haven't done so. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up Itemzflow. Very important with this thing, it says update the system software and all the features of the game or the app. Press update later. Do not press update now. Okay, we're going to let it do its thing. We'll just go ahead and it was updating the database. I'm going to let this sit for a second, then I'll come back, so let it load up. Okay, open up the PS5 app. This one right here. We're going to click on change app path. So use the D-pad, press right, then press X. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and plug your hard drive or USB flash drive into the PS5. Okay, the left side where it says ADM and 22 items, that's our internal drive, and the right side, that's our hard drive or flash drive. What we're going to do is we're going to try to launch it from the hard drive, and if that doesn't work, then we're going to do it from the internal. I'd rather have it on the internal, and it saves the life of your hard drive. So what we're going to do is we're going to press R1. For some reason, it's not detecting my hard drive. I think my hard drive might be too big and it's having a problem looking at it, so give me a few minutes here. It detected my flash drive on the right hand side of the screen. You can see it's detected. Okay, I got it to read. What I did was I went to the home screen, I closed out the application, then I put the hard drive in. So I'm going to show you how to do this from start to finish. So bear with me here. We're going to do this when I'm recording. So in case this happens to you, it is reading the hard drive on the right hand side. You can see it says downgrade, Ghostwire Tokyo, so on and so forth. So let's say that your hard drive's not reading at all. It's not working. This is a 4 terabyte I have here. So press the PlayStation button on the controller. We want to go home. Press the options button. Press close game. Give that a second. Disconnect your hard drive. Plug back in the hard drive. Let it sit for like 10 seconds or so before opening up the application. Okay, now we're going to open up Itemzflow. Then press update later. Then press X on this, and we're going to try to run it off the hard drive. If it doesn't work, then we have to do the internal. So press change apps and path, and as you can see, it recognized my hard drive this time. So hover over your press R1. That's going to select us over to our hard drive. Then what we're going to do is we're going to press square on the folder. And we're going to give that a try and see what happens. Okay, we're going to try to run it and see what happens. It says it's for, I believe, internal use only, but it might work, it might not work. We'll see. Give that a few seconds to load up. I might have to connect this into my TV to see if I'm getting display or not. My hard drive is flashing though, so I'm going to disconnect this and I'm going to put it, oh, there we go, look at that. Oh, that is awesome. Great success. That is really cool. We got it to work. That is awesome. So that's really, really good. Don't worry about that. And as you can see, it says Ghostwire Tokyo. So that is really awesome. Okay, now that the game looks like it is working and everything, I'm not going to bother playing it. I'm going to show you how to copy it over to the internal hard drive now. So just press the PlayStation home button here. And as you can see, it is loaded in the tray, LOL. It says Ghostwire Tokyo. So now let's go back into Itemzflow. Update later. Okay, so we're going to open up the Ghostwire Tokyo. And it's giving you guys a heads up, if you want to delete this from the internal hard drive itself, you have to press remove virtual app. You can't go to the home menu and just delete it. Now I'll be showing you how to copy it to the internal hard drive itself on the PS5. Head over to the I/O option box over here. Okay, then you want to press X on there. Don't press move. We want to press copy. So we're going to copy the folder from the hard drive, our external hard drive or USB or whatever you're using, to the internal hard drive of the PS5. Then press X one more time. It will bring you to the splash screen. Okay, now that we're back into the splash screen here, you want to press the left trigger. So that's L1. And now we're going to copy it to the data folder right here. This is the data folder. That's our internal drive of our PS5. We're going to go ahead and press square. And it's copying over the folder. So hopefully this runs and everything. I'll be back when this is done. Bear in mind, sometimes the numbers are going to get stuck in the progress bar. Just leave it. You know, it all depends on the speed of your drive and everything. This is a cheaper hard drive, so it's going to take a while to copy over. The game's 40 gigabytes, so it's probably going to take, I'm guessing, like an hour to copy over. So just let it do its thing and don't touch anything. Okay, we're at 99%. It took about an hour to copy over from the hard drive itself to the internal drive. So just go ahead and press OK. I'll show you what you have to do next. Okay, after we do that, you want to click on the title that you installed. Then you want to click on Remove Virtual App. Okay, that's removed. Okay, after it's removed, we're going to go back to the home screen here. So go to the home screen. Now we're going to close the application, Itemzflow. So press close. Okay, now remove your hard drive or USB stick from your PlayStation. Okay, let's reopen up Itemzflow. Okay, open up PS5 app. Then we're going to click on Change App Path. Press X on that. Okay, so you want to head into the data folder where we went to. So head down to what the program's called. Go ahead and press square. Now we have to launch the title. So I'm going to give that a second to load up. I'll be right back. Okay, as we can see, the game is running off the internal hard drive, so we're just going to close out of this. Just press the PlayStation button and we're going to go home. Okay, and we're going to open up Itemzflow and it should show in there too, so update later. And there we go. There's Ghostwire Tokyo, and it should it should launch from the home screen as well too. I'm just gonna go ahead and load Astro's Playroom because I want to get something new inside of it. then I'm going to go ahead and try to load Ghostwire. Okay, so I closed out Astro's Playroom, and we're going to try to run Ghostwire from the home menu. And as you can see, it does load. If I remember, I'll include a link. Always check the compatibility list. My recommendation to you is always run the games from the internal drive itself. What I was saying was, sorry about that. I still have a bit of a cold. Yeah, so always install the games into the internal hard drive itself. I'm going to start the game up, and we're going to actually see if it loads here. So it should work and everything. I haven't tried this before, so we're no longer on the USB drive itself. So I'll be back when we jump into the game. Bear with me, it might be a little stuttery because of the capture, but as you can see, I was moving around and it does work. I want to look at this later. I don't want to ruin the game. I haven't played this before. I've always wanted to play this, and it looks really good. So as you can see, it does work. I am moving around and everything, so I'm going to play that later. I'm just going to finish doing my guide here. Anyway, guys, like and subscribe to the Fox Den. I'll keep you guys updated if any new cool stuff comes out for the PS5 and everything. I'm very sorry this guide is super long. I wanted to go in depth, and I wanted to show you if there was any problems or anything. I did run into problems. Basically, a quick recap of this for doing it the first time. For the DNS, don't use the DNS. And for automatic downloads, disable automatic downloads for the games and everything. I'll show you real quick how to disable the automatics, even though that you guys probably are like, oh my god, is this too much to remember? So what we want to do is we want to go into network, I believe. I think it's in system, I forget. It's in system, okay. Then where it says system updates and settings, see how they're selected to the left hand side of the screen? That means they're disabled. It's not allowing Sony to download any updates at all. You want to keep it that way, especially if your DNS settings are not working like mine. So, you know, we don't accidentally update anything. I'm sure there's a payload that we can disable system updates. But anyway, guys, like and subscribe to Fox Den. Catch me on the Facebook page. Also, catch me on Nick Moses 05. Every Sunday we do a live show and talk about gaming stuff and technology and what's going on in the world of video games and technology. Alright, guys, I'll catch you later. Have a great day.